Hi guys, it is Sherry. I decided to do a quick little video today for those of you that are newer to oils, or maybe you've been a member for a while and you've diffused for a while, you've topically applied for a while, maybe you've even crossed over into ingesting some of your oils and smoothies and stuff like that. And now you're ready to start doing some DIYs or start making some of your own products at home because you've started reading labels, you've started searching for some better products for you and your family, and you've come up with the decision that maybe I'm gonna make some things on my own and sort of dip my toe into that water. So what I wanna do is just kind of give you some useful and helpful tips and give you some ideas of things that you might want to have on hand before you start doing that, okay? So I did a whole separate video on carrier oils. That's here in the group somewhere, so you can look at that. It's also on the Empowered Oily Owl public page. So that's just a quick 2-minute video explaining why you want to use a carrier oil and what makes a good carrier oil. Many of you opt for organic coconut oil as your carrier oil, which is a perfectly wonderful choice. And you can find this in all of our local grocery stores. I know we have some members that are going to be watching this that are all over the country, but most of our local grocery stores carry organic coconut oil. That obviously comes as a semi-solid. It's you just take a little bit and put it in the palm of your hand and then it will liquefy. They do also make fractionated coconut oil, which stays as a liquid all the time. So that's something you can explore if you want it to be in liquid form all the time. I do want to tell you, this is how we buy our coconut oil in this house. This is the Costco version of organic virgin coconut oil. And we buy this massive tub of it because many of us in the house do use coconut oil for a variety of things. Not only do we cook with it, all of us sort of make our own DIYs, and certainly even as something as a lip balm or something that's a very easy beginner recipe that you might try, you're gonna need some coconut oil. Couple other of key ingredients I want you to have on hand. And of course, for each recipe, it's going to call for something different, and you're going to explore all different websites and postings, and you can look in the group. In this group, as a matter of fact, if you go to the Files tab, which is up in the upper right-hand corner under the picture of the owl, all of the files and handouts from every class I've ever done and every make and take where we've done an abundance of many different recipes are all listed in there in Word document form that you can just print out and have easy recipes to try your hand at some of these things. One of the other common ingredients is raw shea butter. I do find this and buy mine on Amazon. I don't know where else you can find it. I'm sure there might be some local health food stores that offer it. But I'm an Amazon girl. I've said that, you know, from day one. Love my Prime. Something shows up 2 days later. And I do think that they have a lot of options in terms of you buy this by weight. This is the 1 pound, which by the way has lasted me probably more than a year, even for how much stuff I make on my own. So that's a common ingredient that is often mixed with the coconut oil. You're gonna need some salt. Even if you're just making a simple room spray, a pinch of salt in the bottom is gonna help disperse the oil more evenly. So again, this is just organic or Himalayan sea salt because that's what we cook with now in this house too, because it's a little healthier. So now let's talk about some of the other accoutrements or containers that you might want. One of the easiest, best things that you can do in the beginning is create your own roller balls. So that means you need these glass roller ball tubes. These again are available on Amazon. They have a huge supply of them. I have a variety of them here. Blue, brown, right? Clear. For the most part, if it's something that you're gonna have hanging around on a counter, you do want the darker bottle colored glass because it helps filter out the sunlight, and if too much sun hits the essential oil in it, it will start to break it down. These are incredibly inexpensive and make your life so much easier. So they just come with the bottle, a roller ball, okay, that you just slide into the top, and then they come with a cap. And you can label these, and I like these for ease. They help me not get my hands all oily, okay? So what do? You would take your carrier oil, this is my grapeseed oil, and here's another piece of advice: buy yourself some pumps. This makes everything so much easier because when you get a bottle of carrier oil, I think I've changed all of mine over to pumps for ease, but it kind of comes with a cap like this. This is gonna be Dr. Bronner's, where you're just sort of squirting it out in massive amounts. And it can make for very messy hands and for you getting more carrier oil than you want. This, I find it's much easier to just pump into the roller ball, right? And I usually fill it about 3/4 of the way with the carrier oil, 10 to 15 drops of whatever essential oil I want to put in there, and then I can put the roller ball on, the cap on, and now when I want to easily apply that, if I want to throw it in my purse, or your kids have one that they want to throw in their backpack for school, you can just label what's in it, or what the purpose of it is, especially if it's for the kids, that's better, because then they'll be like, oh, sore muscles. Okay, this is the one that I want when I have sore muscles. And it just means that you're not having to put it in your hands and rub it in. You can just sort of roll it right on and then rub it in, and it makes life a whole lot easier. You can also, one of these comes in your starter set underneath. By the way, let me say this out loud while I'm thinking of it. When you get your starter set and you get this box, okay, which is the box that your oil tray comes in, and you take it apart and you open this up. These boxes, by the way, were designed by the same people that designed the packaging for Apple iPhones. So I thought that was kind of cool when I found that out, because this was kind of a cool thing. So when you first open it, I already took the oil tray out because I'm setting up for class tonight. Your oil tray is laying on top, okay? But then see this little loop of ribbon? You need to pull that open, and there's another whole compartment underneath. That's where you're going to find your Stress Away bonus oil, your share bottles, your travel sachets, your 2 packages of Ningxia. That's where you're gonna find all of that. But a lot of people lift the tray of oils out and never realize that there's like a lower level to that box. So now you know, okay? So in that lower level, you're gonna find one rollerball fitment, which again, you can pick one of the blends that has a carrier oil in it already. Most people choose Stress Away, right? And then you can just pop this little plastic dropper attachment out, insert the rollerball fitment in, okay? And now that that rollerball fitment is in, you must use the black cap that comes with it, because the rollerball is taller and this white cap isn't gonna fit on there anymore, okay? So if you decide you wanna do that with other bottles of oil, Young Living does sell more rollerball fitments that fit in with the caps. They're called Aroma Guide fitments. You can put them on your order the next time you place one, and all it is it's 10 of them, and then that way you have the freedom. Again, just trying to help it be more easy for you to apply oils, especially on the go. Some other things, foamers, especially for face wash, hand soap. Again, you can get full-size foamers. This is more of a travel size one, but I like these. This is what I use when I make my own shaving foam, when I dilute down my skin care wash, which I use the Orange Blossom one that Young Living sells, and this helps it go a lot further. Glass spray bottles, again, all of these things, Amazon. Easy, easy, easy to find on Amazon. There are other supply houses that have them too, but Amazon's prices are right in line with what some of the supply houses are. This is a 4-ounce bottle. This is what I do all my room sprays in. Here's a tinier one. This is a 2-ounce, okay, just to kind of give you an idea of sizing. So those might want to be some things that you can have on hand. And the nice thing about these is you can usually order them in a 4-pack or a 6-pack. So, you know, when I do orders, I do bulk orders from some big supply houses, like before we do big make and takes and stuff, and I'm ordering 60 of something or 70 of something, depending on how many we're going to need at a make and take. But for you and your personal shopping, Amazon is a great thing. 2 more things that I want to share with you. These little pots, which came like this. Again, I ordered these on Amazon. These are just little, let me see if I can get it in the light just right. They're little plastic pots with a screw cap. Wonderful for when you're making lip balm, right? So you have somewhere to put it. If you want to mix our rose ointment as a base and add some oils to it, if you have a balm that you're making, maybe to support some skin issues that you're having, like dry elbows or ankles or the bottom of your heel, right? And you want to use those good skin supporting oils, but you're looking for a base to put it in, just grab some of Young Living's rose ointment, scoop it out, put it in one of those little pots, add some drops of lavender or frankincense or something that's your favorite skin supporting oil, mix it up. Now you've got the pot all ready and you don't have to do it individually every time. And one last thought that I will leave you with. So your starter set comes with these share bottles, which for most of you go very, very quickly because there's only 10, okay? And while they're cute and adorable, once the oil gets low enough in them, when you turn it upside down to have the drop come out, the oil doesn't really weigh enough to have it push through the hole, okay? And so you end up like shaking it a lot like this in order to get those last few drops of oil out. I actually like these better. They remind me of something like from Avon when I was a kid. But these are little, they're actually called, these came from Amazon from a company called River Run. That just happens to be the packaging of them that I chose. And I think they're called perfume sample bottles. So what they are is they're a little glass cylinder, and then they come with this little wand applicator type thing that you can go like this. I actually prefer to give essential oil samples to someone in one of these, okay? Especially if there's someone that has never used an oil before, or I just want them to try one particular oil for one particular thing that they've sent me an email, or one of my friends has asked me a question about. That's just enough. Those little cylinders hold about 15 drops of oil. That is plenty of oil for someone to decide this is working or this isn't working, right? And I actually think they're easier to mail. I still wrap them in bubble wrap, but that's just another suggestion of something that I have found has made my life easier. So hopefully that helps those of you that are new members, yay, and you're starting to explore and use your oils, you're ready to take it to the next level, and that gives you an idea of some containers and some things that you might want to do with that. And of course, you can always come to our basics classes, our more classes, and learn and learn and learn and learn right alongside us. Thanks, guys.